The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose. Boom! Already drained yourself.
Lasciate me susute că tolo madro tolo uciuro.
You gave them no choice but to take it down, even though they'd planned to take the fluff hulk out to the far Fnacky leaves and let it go.
Nämä pölkkäni njolia. Babu piipaja kukkulema.
They've received news a Ronin had strengthened their ranks and were looking forward to meeting you.
Jullegin kulmaamme pälpö.
A group of myriad crusaders already headed out to Jagne's Mercadorpus outpost and are waiting for you there.
Piappu. Nebekkyl.
You should hurry there and help them best the outpost.
Raitte suto lavoatienks brick namtibe.
The Myriad tribe is prepared to fight to the death for souls that will be forever lost if not saved. Look, an emergency box from the... Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist. Better than nothing. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? That's sure to be useful. Socked! That notice board? Filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. Pay attention. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just threw it away when they were, well, small ones. Places like this were cheap back in those days, and there was plenty of space. Get done with one place, you just build another. There must be a track somewhere in this brick town. Just hope it's not buried. You found the whereabouts, the deepest, darkest forest in the land, sometimes hard to see for all the trees. You've got more than a flesh wound. This place is like one big secret that keeps unfolding. A stylish cover for your brains. Well, what do you know? You found the whereabouts. The deepest, darkest forest in the land, sometimes hard to see for all the trees. You've had better days. The deeper the night, the darker it gets. That's a Jagne tribe outpost. Mercadorpus outpost, a Jagne tribe stronghold. Says it's time to set the outpost free. Inflict as little damage as possible as you make your way through to the rival captain. If you can, you should try to convince the captain to give up the outpost and join your cause. They're ready to enter the outpost when you are. Every step you take towards your end goal will bring you closer to a better world. Here's the first line of defense. That's a bomb lobber. Spot, wrecked it. That twirly wheel works that drain pipe. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Everything's clocking together. Never know until you try. Keep going. That cage is holding a helper. They never lost hope you'd come, but weren't sure if they'd last long enough to see it. Wants revenge on those who caged them, but trust you'll take care of it. A sharpshooter. The scaffolding looks unstable. Better stay clear of the... Here's the second line of defense. Red means danger. Bet a big bump will bring it down. Switched off the light. A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it, then hit it toward the gate and blast it. That looks splody. Shoot it and watch it blow. Not too close, though. You're in. Almost there. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
Hello.
Says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You've earned the privilege of carrying the tribe's weapon. Figures the honor belongs to the tribe, too. Out of Date says he's doing his best to keep up, but from what he can tell, it seems you're making progress with the tribe conflict. He had a feeling you'd get along with the Myriad tribe, but it remains to be seen what the future holds for your alliance. You seem to share the same values as the Myriad tribe. You both have the same optimistic outlook on life. At least, for now.
Ugambun ang ugagad yebromo wufu ko bubuye buye.
But out-of-date emphasizes that solving the tribe conflict won't matter unless you help make a stand against the World Eaters. That doesn't sound good. Out-of-date's forebodings are justified. The jumbo puff needs to be taken care of.
Koyetu koreboy ka nuka nuburak.
He says the time has come to confront the jumbo puff at the end of the west route.
Kantita duela bofo.
Gizmo is working on making his mekton strong enough to endure the oxygen-deprived dead zone all the way out to the World Eater.
Weta gono.
You should get over there and see what you can do to help. You can see a lot farther now than at night. Finders keepers. That's a ganote. Easy prey for Lupin. For everyone else, they're a perfect mount and easily tamed if they are kept fed. Don't distract this beastie. It's working. That's a resource totem, a monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean. It's the chug yard. cracking fest. Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. It's starting to add up. Find us a sunset to ride into. Bomper Bonker's busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Concussion. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. Love to hear a mount's footbeat. Let's see. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the bang at the yard. Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. He gave you the oil-greased hands when he taught you how to upcycle. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense the warmth of your good heart. But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but sometimes the truth it brings is personal. He'd lie if he claimed it was all good. You changed after your Mooma and Popsy passed, and he understands why you had to leave, the old village being a constant reminder of what happened. Gizmo says he also has re-memories from the long gone, but unlike you, he doesn't think of the past, for it's gone. He understands history made Loopin a big part of your past, your present, and soon, your future. You still believe there's some good in everyone. You still have hope for tomorrow. He says you should know that what's meant to be will always find a way. Gizmo encourages that. You should forgive, but never forget. It'll provide some comfort to your soul and keep the memory of lost loved ones in your heart.
Fan that flame!
Wait, no! Bright light blinds! It's dangerous!
I've got all the cold sick burns you need, Dark.
Oh, do you have to insult me over this?
I don't have to, but I want to.
Would like to know if you ever doubt the choices you made on the path that brought you to this point. Would you have been happier going in a different direction? Supposes that's all any of us can do. Hard to believe the world is actually going to survive. Just seemed impossible till now. Grateful to you for coming back and doing your best to change things. You were the only chance they had. Wonders if you liked working with the Myriad. They always seemed so centered and so seeking. Thinks that's more than most are. It's hard to keep to a path like that. But that's not important now. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone, so you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mekton, starting with the old crate outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mekton It's the part of the land that suffered most from the apocalypse. It's deprived of oxygen, making it next to impossible for anything but creatures that were most contorted by the contamination. There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half... That's the leftover you're looking for. Keep filling your air holes. Good thing you're not scared of tight places. Hard to believe this is all here. Too tight, and the rope tips. Nothing but dead air here. He says that's enough to get the Mekton functional. You'll have an engine, He made a suction device so the Mekton can use the black tar as an instant refuel. You can also use it to clear oily goo puddles, so you can pass and access hard-to-get-to areas. He's been working on another project for the Mekton, a cannon, but it needs ammunition, and by that he means the scripts. He says if they're trained right, they'll turn into a distraction for the jumbo puff. The best way to find scripts is to go talk to Moog. He knows the ins and outs of every breathing thing left alive after the apocalypse. Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture farther out into the dead zone than... Gizmo thinks he's a little peculiar, but very knowledgeable. He has the ins and outs of all monster and creature whereabouts. Someone has to end this plague before it's too late. The grease monkey's Mekton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone. In the old world, roads like this really led somewhere. Now, most of them lead to disaster. That over there is Steepo Deeper, the cliffside that Moog hangs on to. Feel that? It's a lack of air.
Botse. Inmo. Diava. Kalba. Ja, kaya marafka. Ti.
This one's impressed to see you out here. He figured you'd be dead by now. Not many are as tough and clever as you must be.
Badan Udidimada Bulshada.
Says he's a monster haunter. The best you'll ever see.
Kalba.
Moog says that all your power doesn't do you a bit of good if you're not willing to pull the trigger when the time comes.
Zatuna.
Choosing what to kill and what to spare are the most important decisions you'll make.
Sem.
You might have a steady aim, but you need to be sure that you pick your targets with care. It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others, but someone's got to do it. When it comes to monsters, he mostly picks who dies. Says it's wild that the world seems to be coming back, but he supposes that means more monsters for him to shoot. Wonders why you work so hard to keep things alive. Bullets help thin the herd instead. Says you should give up on working with the stubborn myriad. He keeps trying to put out their lights and they keep... Says they keep the monsters away. He needs them closer, not farther. But enough of that, right? He's not... Right now, though, he feels he's come to a point where he's got a pretty clear... Thinks that it all hangs on the tree of life. When it started to fail, everything changed. Moog says you must learn to walk before you can run. It takes practice before you can call yourself a monster hunter. Fortunately for you, he can help. He understands you need to start off with something small before you go big. There's no better place to start than a scrip cave. Hunting... Says you stick to the hunting and shots present themselves later. Moog... Let's see. Just put one stomper after the other. Wait, it's the Squip hole-up. Place is just filled with critters. Bullets everywhere. Take matters back into your own hands. These steel legs were made for walking. Once the volatilization from the nuclear waste evaporated, a volatile gas rose through the soil and infested structures, even Toxanol's own buildings. So, in a way, they caused their own death.